Libra. This is Audrey Allison, and I'm here to give you your September 2014 forecast for the month. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy birthday coming up for you second half of September Libras. Let's start off the month. On September 2nd, Mercury is making his transit into Libra, into your first house. This is an amazing, smooth month in general, September, Libra, so we like this. Mercury's in your first house, helping you to communicate, express yourself, study, use your mind, use that intellect, and do local errands and local travel very easily. So we like that. Mercury's going to be there for most of the month until the 27th. So use him wisely. He'll help you get a lot accomplished in September. On the 5th, Venus, your ruling planet, moves into Virgo. This is the sign that's right before you. So this is your 12th house of spirituality and psychic ability and secrets and inner reflection. It's a very quiet house. So Venus entering this sector for you, Libra, is beautifying this area, making it a very beautiful time for you to be still and to relax outdoors and to go inside and go internal and investigate your dreams and your creativity. Any artistic endeavors would be beautiful. Music and art with Venus going into your 12th house. She also transits very quickly this month, like Mercury does at the tail end on the 29th. So take advantage of them entering and getting their work done. You might get some premonitions with Venus in the 12th as well. So remember your dreams. Write a little dream journal next to your bed. Our full moon is on the 8th of September, and this is at 16 degrees Pisces. This is going to affect your 6th house of daily regimen and work, daily work, routine, and health. Having a full moon in your health sector will illuminate things that need to be seen, so it's informative. It's bringing to an awareness of the things that you need to focus on for your body and your health and your well-being. So use this time to pay attention to the body around the 8th, but the full moon is a cycle. You know, from full to new, you have 14 days. So from the 8th of September through the 24th, really pay attention to what the body is craving, what the body wants, the health of yourself, but also your routine and how you're executing your workout schedule and what feels right versus what you think needs to be done. Go by your feeling. The full moon will be very intuitive at that time. On the 13th, Mars transits out of Scorpio and goes into Sagittarius, affecting your 3rd house of communications in a good way. Mars will give you energy and drive and ambition and willpower and determination and aggression. You know, some of the more negative aspects of Mars is aggression and anger. But in the 3rd house, you want to watch how you're communicating with people. Watch your tone, because Mars can give you a bite to how you're saying things. And I know firsthand, when Mars was in Libra, that was my 3rd house of communications, and I just wanted to bite my tongue off half the time. I'd be sitting at family dinner and my mouth would be filled with blood because of how much I wanted to say that I couldn't say. That was that was kind of a crazy visual, but not literally. It's just you know, dramatic of me, Leo rising. But anyway, Mars in your 3rd house, it's going to give you the drive to want to communicate with people that you might not have in a long time. So it's a good thing, but just watch your tone with him there because he is feisty. On the 14th, I wanted to talk about something very beautiful. Your ruling planet, Venus, is going to trine Pluto, and what this means is it's just a very harmonious aspect of where they're positioned between your 12th house of spirituality, where Venus touches, and your 4th house of home. This is beautiful. In the home, there could be very spiritual healing, very, very healing environment in the home. You like being there. There's a spiritual connection to the home. It will become your sanctuary. Pluto is death and rebirth. You could have contact from people that have passed in the home. Spiritual contact, spiritual activity. And You know, I've witnessed a lot of things in my life to not believe in that. Energy of people who have passed does exist. And Pluto is the planet of rebirth and death and transformation, but also intensity. With Venus there giving this beautiful amorous energy, you could receive contact from someone who's passed in the home. So keep aware of the senses, of the smells that are familiar to you, the sounds. Spirits have the ability to make things electrically go off. Televisions come on for no reason. There could be some of that energy on the 14th, so write that down in your calendar. On the 22nd, this planet Pluto goes direct, so giving it more energy to move forward in your 4th house of home. I love that. Pluto is stationed in your 4th house of home, and Pluto is a very intense planet. You're going through things that no longer serve your purpose in the home. You're weeding out the weak. You're getting rid of things that are in the past and ready to start new as the sun enters your sign on the 22nd. So happy birthday in your 1st house of self, along with Pluto going direct. So that's beautiful. You have the sun illuminating your 1st house. You're shining, Libra. You're looking good. You want things clean and clear is what I heard. On the 24th, there is a new moon at 1 degree Libra. So listen to this. You've got the sun and the new moon in your 1st house of Libra, along with Mercury. And shortly, it'll be along with Virgo. There's a car pulling up behind me. I can see it. So you have such magnificent support in the 1st house of self. This would be an amazing time to get the body and the mind connected. Your health was mentioned in the 6th house, so get your routines in order, things that better the spirit, how you're feeling about yourself. It's really beautiful. Set your intentions on what you'd like to accomplish. This is the one new moon that you receive in a year in your sign, Libra, on the 24th. So that day, you might want to focus on what you'd like to achieve in a full year's time. And watch it manifest, because what your mind can conceive and believe, the mind and the body will achieve. Okay, so on the 25th, there's another beautiful trine that I want to speak about that's affecting your 7th house of relationships or partnerships, marriage or business partnerships, and your 11th house of friends, making friendships spontaneously turn into relationships. I know someone wrote a comment on my YouTube about how, I think it was something, oh, that's nasty, I wouldn't be with my friends. Listen, as you age in life, you'll realize that the relationships that are closest to you as friendships are probably the ones most suited for your heart, because you love the people that you surround yourself with. So what I'm seeing in this trine on the 25th between Jupiter, who's stationed in Leo, and Uranus, who's stationed in Aries, Jupiter brings luck and expansion and growth and development, and Uranus brings sudden shocks and sudden surprise. This is in between your 11th and 7th house of relationship and friendship. So you could suddenly become interested in a friend and they turn into a relationship. Or you could suddenly hear from a friend who's got a business proposal for you, a business partnership idea. There's a lot of different facets as to how this could play out, but all of it is right smack at 15 degrees in the middle of this trine, this harmonious aspect between Jupiter and Uranus. So the 25th might bring in some sudden news, a detail of this connection. The 11th house, in addition to friendships, is goals and hopes and wishes and social clubs. So it could be a meshing of your relationship becomes your goal or becomes your focus. Or you could have a social club that wants you to become a business partner with them or a member. So spontaneous, kind of magical stuff could happen on the 25th between those two houses. So Mercury switches again on the 27th into Scorpio, and this is your 2nd house of dough. So having Mercury coming out of your sign from the 2nd through the 27th into then your money sector, This is great because you're communicating with the right people regarding your finances. You could receive the right type of equipment. I don't know where that came from, commitment. Equipment for banking or online money or e-trades or stocks and devices that can keep you up to date and speed on your resources. And Venus, your ruling planet, makes another transit on the 29th into your first house, into Libra. So you have the sun, the new moon, and Venus in your first house of self, Libra. This is beautiful. You are looking fabulous. It's like, you know, I know October's going to be kind of shaky because we have a Mercury retrograde bookended by 2 eclipses. But you go into that month looking your best aesthetically. Venus is working her magic on you. People are drawn to you. You're communicating so well that then Mercury just beautifies the first house of self, the body, the casing. You're glowing. So this is beautiful. September's a beautiful month. I'm going to pull your cards for you, and I'm going to pull them how I normally pull them. Some people wanted me to show them, but it's how I'm vibing with the cards that I really like and how I pull them. This just doesn't feel natural to me to pull them like this. I drop the cards down in piles and pull the top card of each. So I'm just going to stick with what works for me. Queen of Coins. This is a woman who's mastered her environment, her 4th house of home, and her occupation, her 6th house of work, and 10th house of career. But this is a woman who's now able to pick the flowers that she's planted, to pick the vegetables that have grown, to live and reap the reward from her land and her home. The Judgment card, people who have passed, recalling the past, nostalgia, angels, connection with spirit. Oh, and you have that between your 4th and your 12th house, big time. Okay. Strength, garnering the strength that you need to get through any harsh emotional times. And the 6 of Coins, the youths, sharing, trust, generosity, shared resources, respect. Let's see what they mean together. Well, I can already feel, for those of you who, this combination can mean hearing about regarding a will. Someone has left you something in a will. But there's a lot of meanings for this. You could be receiving information from people who have passed in the home, which I said earlier, between the 4th and 12th house, gaining strength from this and the courage to move on from their communications or from the feeling of spirit. And knowing that you have the support around you and the generosity and the people that you trust in your area to get you through any emotional times, but also look at the finances, the coins on this card. I'm not worried about your finances anyway, because you have such great support in the 1st house. It's kind of hard not to trickle down into wise investment, but Mercury is also going into your financial sector to give you support there, so you can trust the people that are super close to you right now, Libra. I'm going to also pull an astrological card and leave you with that. But if you're interested in private readings with me, I read all through the week, and you can find me at audreyallison.com, as well as on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Here's your astrological card, Libra, and let's see what it says for you. Mars. Now, Mars is transiting into Sagittarius, into that 3rd house of communications for you. I love this card. So you have energy and drive and ambition in this 3rd house, but they're telling me to watch your speech. So, and I just got a vision of being on a phone call with a telemarketer and maybe people going off like, stop calling me, this is not the time to call. Just realize that your tone is abrasive with Mars in your 3rd house for 60 days. But it's good. Mars is giving you energy to communicate with the right people. Libra, I love you, and I will see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful month. Bye.